the most narrative-generating machine in all of sports is the National Football League. Just wait 5 minutes. It's sort of like the weather in the beautiful Midwest. Just wait 5 minutes. Just wait 5 minutes. You want it sunny, just wait 5 minutes. If it's sunny, just wait 5 minutes. It won't be. So we're waiting for 5 minutes. And in the meantime, not usual that we come on the air with news of change of a team president in the NFL, right? But the Houston Texans team president, gentleman by the name of Jamie Roots, has decided to step down. Oh, my gosh.
You don't say.
He has decided to step down, and our friend Pro Football Talks, Mike Florio, begins this day every day on NBC Sports on Peacock, says that the team president of the Texans wanted to resign from the Texans after the GM search resulted in the work of the search committee on which he served being ignored. He was persuaded to wait in order to keep the perception of organizational dysfunction becoming even more pronounced. To that I say two words: too late. Too late. It's too late. I am ready for Deshaun Watson on my team if I'm looking for a quarterback. I'm ready. I am sitting in a room, organizational meeting. I'm sitting there every day. If it's a Zoom, every day. If we're Zooming every day still, because I'm sure every organization's still having a Zoom every day. They got to wait. I mean, you got pro days coming around the corner. You got evaluations. Draft boards are just beginning to be put together. I know there's no combine, but that's another reason why you got to start grinding tape. You got to figure out what 2021 looks like right now. I'm in charge of an organization, and I think that my quarterback is less than or not as good as, or I have an opportunity to go get a quarterback. I am sitting there, and I'm putting Deshaun Watson's face on a board and say, get me this man. How do we get this man? What do we do? There's something called tampering, so we can't lift the phone up. We can't call. Do we call the agent and say, do you have a right to talk to us? I mean, you've requested a trade. Does that mean we're allowed to talk to you? Just even that, just a text. Just say to Deshaun Watson's agent, I have left a note underneath a mailbox 15 miles out of town, right across the street from Los Pollos Hermanos in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Okay? There's a spot. I'll GPS it for you right in the middle of the New Mexico desert. There's a note. Dig it up, and in the note it says, will you play for this team? Check this box, yes or no. Literally, whatever I've got to do, this is what I'm serious. And if I am Joe Douglas of the Jets, I am calling Nick Caserio every day. Every day. And I'm calling him every day, maybe twice a day. You know what? I'm calling him like John Favreau calls Nicky in Swingers. Oh, really?
You
ever saw that?
You're so money, baby.
Okay.
You're not waiting?
I am calling and I'm hanging up and I'm saying that message I just left you 30 seconds ago. No, I feel a little bit different. I feel strong. I feel even stronger than I did in that message I left for you 30 seconds ago. And then calling 2 more minutes later until Nick Caserio picks up the phone and says, stop calling me. That's how I'm handling this situation. How much smoke needs to be seen before we see there's a fire? And if you're Nick Caserio, I shouldn't laugh. If you're the general manager of the Texans and you're Nick Caserio and you have been sitting there at Belichick's side all this time, and for some reason you have not been able to get out of the building if you wanted to, or you wait and you wait and you wait. And finally the Patriots say there's the door. Or fine, go ahead. Or you finally, I don't know, what would the narrative be, Chris? You get up the gumption to finally ask Bill out, because the minute you ask Bill, can I go,
right.
There's no turning back, or I have no idea. I'm painting all sorts of narratives about their relationship, many of which could not be true. Well, who knows? But you're finally there. You finally got the keys to a new organization, right? And the quarterback doesn't want to talk to you. and the team president wants out because you're there, and you're probably like, what did I do? I just said yes to a job that I've been waiting for a long time. What did I do?
I just got here.
Do you remember that scene from another Midnight Run, the great Joey Pants? Right? Everyone's telling me to go F myself. What am I doing here? Remember that line?
Joey Pants.
Everybody. What's going on? Everybody's telling me to go F myself.
Pretty good.
That's Nick Caserio is Joey Pants in Midnight Run right now. What do I got to do? And the team president is not happy that you've been hired, and the quarterback is tweeting out and deleting that you've been hired. And then you go ahead and hire a coach that, for all intents and purposes, the quarterback doesn't even want to talk to because the owner's not going to change. I got to be honest with you. I have not seen a situation like this. I've done this gig for a long time, and I don't recall a situation of a player of Watson's caliber and management hiring a new coach and general manager for a team that has signed someone of Watson's caliber to a monster contract just a year before, and a player of Watson's caliber says, I don't care who you hire, I want out of here anyway. I don't recall a situation that's anywhere remotely similar to this. I mean, Michael Jordan in cleats is what his coach called him, and then all he's done is just ball out. And I know he's won only one playoff game, and the reason why he won that one playoff game is because the Bills did some Bills things towards the end of that game, you know. And then he won that game, and he could have easily lost it. And then he was up 24 points on the Chiefs the next week, and then that was the high watermark of the Bill O'Brien era, and everything's just gone to absolute crap since then. But I don't know anybody who's this young and this talented and this under contract who's like, I want out. And a lot of this is quiet. I mean, has Deshaun Watson been given the right to seek the trade on his own? Doesn't look that way. All Deshaun Watson has to do to blow this thing up in a totally different direction than it currently is sitting in right now, one interview, one sit down, and he could pretty much choose who it is. We get a call from Deshaun Watson's representation or from Deshaun, we'll do it. Name anybody else, they'll do it. One sit-down interview. That's all. And that's why I think the Texans will have no choice but to eventually see the writing on the wall and make the deal. See the writing on the wall that we do not want to go down this road of holdout, he's not here, David Culley's first press conference at a virtual off-season team activity or a virtual workout or whatever we're doing, hopefully not virtually for much longer, pulling the I'm only talking about the guys that are here conversation. Have you and Deshaun spoken? No. It's been 2 months since you've been hired. I hear you. I look forward to the opportunity. I've heard nothing but great things. I mean, really, is that where you want to go? And then we blow past that, and suddenly Deshaun starts getting more and more, if you will, embittered because sooner rather than later, there'll be a backlash. Oh, this money. Give these people a chance. You know what I'm saying? It's just the ugliness. Training camp, I mean, just game it all out. Before the draft, everybody's going to be falling all over themselves. Joe Douglas calling up Nick Caserio. Nicky, I really, enjoyed tonight. Nicky, I really want to see you again. Nicky, I'm sorry I left you those 3 messages. Nicky, that's what I'd be like. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.